Creating a printing block with Styrofoam.
Hi boys and girls, so today we're going to start making a printing block out of our small foam piece. We had a full sheet that was this size and we've cut it in half. We're using one. And last week you were told to trace that rectangle 4 times on your piece of paper. It's kind of hard to see with that light. And I've traced mine 4 times, and it doesn't matter if it's horizontal or vertical. And then I'm going to show you down on my desktop what you're going to do with this. So I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay, so I traced my rectangle 4 times. Here are my 4 ideas. All right, they're a line drawing. They're drawings made on a line. Now I'm going to decide which one I want to go with. I actually am leaning toward the crab. So what am I going to do next? Now, you want to line up your paper underneath. So if you need to, if it's easier, you might cut out your sketch. I think I can just line mine up right underneath because I can see through the paper. I lay it down on here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace this with a pen. You need to have a ballpoint pen so that you have, and you're going to push hard through the paper. And what this is doing is it's making a dent into the foam. And you've got to go over all the lines. This is where it works out well that your pen is another color so that you can see which lines you've gone over already. Because once you lift it up, it's going to be very difficult to put them back down. What we're creating is a relief printing block. The block, in this case, happens to be a rectangle. We're going to be using the rectangle shape to print. Okay, so you want to go over all the lines for your object. There's no erasing. That's why we had to do a sketch and we're now tracing it. You make a mistake, you got to work around it. You cannot erase, you cannot get rid of the dent. It is permanent once you have it. So you want to go over it carefully and only go on the lines that you're keeping. And if you make a mistake, you're going to have to be a little bit creative and you're going to have to add some extras. Okay, I haven't done this claw yet. One of the ways to tell what you've already gone over is feel it. Rub your finger over the paper and feel, have you gone over this line? Have you gone over that line? You can also double check, hold your hand down, peel it over to the side. Look, do you see it? Ah, I do see it, but I also see that I have not done this whole line here. And here I have it. Now, if I look at it and I've lifted it so I can't get it back in, I can always just use my pen and add those lines also. So we're looking for the dents. All right, so now it is done. And I am ready to do a test print. All right, so I can take my sketch and put it away. And you can see that shape, right? So I'm going to take out my paints. Now you have your paints in a little cup. You can use another kind of paint if you don't like those colors. If you have other paints available at your house, you can definitely use them. And you're going to use a paintbrush. If you don't have a paintbrush, use a Q-tip. That's fine too. So what are we going to do? We're going to take our paints and we are going to put the paint lightly across our printing block. This is our test prints, okay? So I'm not looking to get the paint inside of all the dents. That isn't my goal. My goal is to just coat the whole thing with paint. So I'm coating it with paint. Nice even coat, doesn't take a lot of paint. And I'm going to flip it over and rub the back. Gently rubbing it. Pounding does not help this at all. Rub it gently and lift. Oh, I love it. Look, there's my crab. Now, if I did that and I noticed, oh, I forgot a leg, or actually I do see this leg part is not enough of a dent. So now you can go back over it, add other things if you want. and do another test print. Okay, you can do it on the same paper, on a different paper, whatever you want. So you're going to test it out. Not too much paint, nice and light. Okay, you can do it on the same paper or another paper, whatever paper, it's scrap paper. Okay, you're just testing it out. Rub it, the whole thing, all the way around like a racetrack, through the middle, and lift. Wow, it's really sticking. Okay. Hey, the only thing the reason it's not working out too well is because it's kind of too wet. I got too much paint on it. So I'm going to load it again with paint and try again. But you have to print quickly. You don't want it to be too long in between prints because the ink will dry. Okay, so go over it and print. When you're done today with these test prints, you're going to take your printing block and run it under water to just rinse it off. And next week we'll talk about layouts. Review. Put your styrofoam block under your sketch. Trace the sketch with a ballpoint pen. Lift the sketch and check if you traced all the lines. Fix any lines you missed. Coat the printing block with a thin coat of paint. Press the painted side down on paper. Lift to reveal the print. Are you happy with the print? Do you have large empty spaces? If you do, add lines or a design. If the lines didn't come out, retrace them. Gently rinse off the block and the brush.